powerful. It's also very dangerous if you do it wrong. If you have been trying to get on page one for years, like a lot of attorneys have, like almost every attorney I talk on the phone with, they've been paying someone to get them to page one for years. No one's been able to do it. Give me a call. I can put you on page one. Okay. This is Dustin Sanchez, DustinSanchezTV.com. Today we're talking about DWI Lawyer Marketing, criminal lawyer marketing. I'm going to show you what an online marketing campaign that includes search engine optimization, Facebook, blogging, video marketing, what all of that looks like when it goes correctly. Okay, so if you're a DWI lawyer or a criminal attorney and you thought about doing some online marketing, let me show you what it looks like when it is working. Okay, we're going to get into this real quick. This is some software that I use to monitor the Google ranking of all of my clients. It's called Rankator. Okay, and I'm just showing you here. You can see I've blurred out the client's full website because I don't want people going and looking up my clients. Okay, but this is a DWI lawyer in a major city. Okay, and here are the keywords that I'm ranking him for: DWI lawyer and DUI lawyer. Okay, most people on Google will use those two terms interchangeably. Okay, if you're an attorney and you know the law, you know that there is some difference between DUI and DWI in certain jurisdictions. Okay, of course, if you're over there in Wisconsin, they even have OWI. Okay, in some states, the crime of driving while intoxicated or drunk driving goes by different abbreviations. Okay, in this particular state, people generally use DUI and DWI. All right, you can see DUI lawyer, he's ranked #1 in his city. DWI lawyer ranked #1 in his city. These are just some more long tail. I'm not going to put the actual keyword, but you can see he just has a ton of #1 rankings. Over here, he's actually #2. Okay, so that's something I wanted to show you. Let me make this a bit smaller and go to the next slide. Okay, this is Google Search Console. This is the client's website inside of Google Search Console. I'm going to make this a bit bigger so you can see it on your screen. Okay, last 28 days, year over year. All right, so what we're looking at, I've been working with this DWI lawyer for about 6 months. So this time last year in 2019, he was getting 511 clicks per month, well, per every 28 days to his website. Started working with me this month. He got 1,780 clicks to his website. So basically, we tripled his website traffic in about 6 months. Okay. Let's go to the next slide, and I'm going to tell you how I did this once I show you some more of the results. Okay, this is a software called Ahrefs. Let me make the screen a bit bigger for you. This is a software called Ahrefs. I also use this particular software to monitor my client's traffic. And I'm just showing you more keywords and how he ranks. I've blurred out the city here just because I don't want people reverse engineering my process, but you can see city, DWI lawyer. That search term in this particular city gets 350 searches per month inside of Google. He's getting 126 visits a month from that keyword, from city, DWI lawyer. 126 people every month end up on his website. He ranks #1 for that search term. Okay, let me make this, see if I can. Okay, then you have city, DWI attorney. That search term gets 300 visits, searches per month in this particular city. This particular website, my client's website, gets 101 visits per month from people who go into Google and they search, you know, his city, whether that be Miami DWI attorney or Los Angeles DWI attorney or San Antonio DWI attorney. You know, it's his city, DWI attorney. He's #1 for that keyword. He gets 101 visits a month from that keyword. Okay, and you can see just tons of page 1 rankings here. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Again, we throw the client inside of my software just to analyze his overall traffic. And I want to show you this number, 841. You can see that Google Ahrefs has this listed at 841 visits a month. Of course, I just showed you Search Console, Google Search Console, which is probably more accurate because it's Google actually tracking the traffic, and they're showing over 1,700 visits a month. But what I want to show you is this number here. It's called traffic value. And Ahrefs values this traffic at $23,700 per month, okay? And let me tell you what that means. That means that if he was going on Google pay-per-click and buying this traffic with Google pay-per-click ads, okay? If he was running Google pay-per-click ads to generate the same traffic that I'm generating through search engine optimization, it would cost him $23,700 every month. Okay, that's what that number means. Of course, he pays me much less than that per month to handle his SEO, Facebook ads, blogging, video. But for everything I'm doing for him, if he bought that same traffic on Google pay-per-click, it would cost over $23,000 every month. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, here we are inside of Search Console again. I'm just showing you in the last 28 days, this website, Google says, has gotten 1,780 visits in the last 28 days. Okay, so when we first started working with them, 511 visits per month. Some 6 months later, more than triple that number, 1,780 visits per month. Okay, so the question I get is, how do you do this? You know, how am I making this happen? Okay. How did I triple this client's traffic in 6 months? How did I take him from ranking at nowhere to ranking not just on the first page of Google, but #1 on the first page of Google inside of 6 months? Okay. I have a very specific process that I use to generate traffic and new clients and phone calls for my clients. Okay, it starts with doing on-page optimization for your website. What that means is I tell Google's bot, Google's algorithm, what kind of lawyer you are, where to put us in the search results, okay, on your actual website. This is the biggest problem that most of my clients come to me with. They may have the correct backlinks. They may have the correct blog articles, but they don't have the correct website optimization. A lot of times I could fix that on day 1 and have a client ranking one page higher, 2 pages higher, 3 pages higher in some instances on day 1. Okay, that's really the first week of a SEO campaign, is just fixing the actual search engine optimization on your particular website. Okay. From there, we start doing backlinking to your website. People always ask me, what is a backlink? Okay, a backlink is simply making other websites link out to your website. Okay, it's like a reference. It's like if you were writing a law paper and you cited someone else's law paper and you're telling the reader, I got this information from here. Same thing with a backlink. It's a website citing you and linking you and sending traffic to your website. Okay, as an attorney, you need 2 kinds of backlinks, okay? They need to be relevant and powerful, okay? Relevant means if you are a Houston lawyer, you need Houston lawyer websites to backlink to you. If you are a Miami lawyer, you need Miami lawyer websites to backlink to you. People say, Dustin, how am I gonna get, I live in Minnesota. How am I gonna get Minnesota personal injury lawyer websites to backlink to my Minnesota personal injury lawyer website? Well, I've been in this game a long time. I own hundreds of lawyer websites at this time. I have networking. I know other lawyer website owners. I can get you clean lawyer website backlinks easily, okay? When I tell people this, the immediate response is, Dustin, that's black hat SEO. You can't do that. And the reality is, my network of lawyer websites typically outrank my clients, okay? If you go to certain cities and you search that city personal injury lawyer, free consultation. You would think you're looking at a lawyer website, but you're actually looking at a website that I own, that outranks all of my clients that I use to rank my clients with, okay? The reason I'm telling you this is because I said you need two things. One, you need relevant websites. Two, you need powerful websites, meaning non-spammy. If my websites outrank other lawyer websites, that means Google sees them as powerful websites, okay? So I get you a powerful backlink profile. That includes backlinks from websites like Yelp, lawyers.com, Avo, of course, your whole Fine Law, Justia, all of your lawyer profiles as well. But it also includes backlinks from, say, Instagram, YouTube, all the social media backlinks. These are all very clean, very powerful backlinks. We do that all for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, then we go about optimizing your Google My Business page, okay? Let me just show you what a Google My Business page is, all right? Let's bring the next screen back up. I'm just going to share this screen real quick. Okay, if I go to Google and I search something like Miami DWI Lawyer, I'm going to scroll down, make this a bit bigger first. I'm going to scroll down. This is called a Google Maps listing. 70% of all the clicks from any search, local business search, local attorney search, happen right here. So it's extremely important to get your website here in the Google Maps listing, also called the Google My Business listing. And so I tell all my clients, all of SEO starts with your Google My Business listing, and that is what we focus heavily on, is maximizing, optimizing your Google My Business listing, okay? So what does that include? Well, first of all, you're gonna need a ton of reviews. Look at this one, okay? Look at this guy right here, 464 reviews, 115 reviews. You're gonna need a ton of reviews in any market to compete in the Google Maps rankings, okay? And I have a process to help you, to make it easy for you to get all the reviews you need, okay? I say you need a ton of reviews. Everyone's getting afraid right now. Don't worry about it. I figured it out. I made it easy for you. Secondly, let me just show you what this guy's got going. You're going to need to be in the correct category. Some of you this just says lawyer, okay? If you're a DWI lawyer, it needs to say criminal justice attorney. If you're a car accident lawyer, it needs to say personal injury lawyer. If you're a bankruptcy lawyer, it needs to say bankruptcy attorney, okay? Every legal practice area has a specific Google My Business category that you have to be selected to rank in the Google Maps, okay? This person right here is doing it correctly. This is not one of my clients. I'm just showing you someone that's doing it correctly. Second, we make sure you get tons of question and answers on your Google My Business listing. Thirdly, we make sure you get a ton of photos on your Google My Business listing, okay? If you want to rank in the Google Maps rankings, you have to play by Google's rules. If Google wants you to use their property, they want you to play around here. They want you to load photos here. I help you do all that, help you get tons of reviews. This right here is called a Google post. Many of you didn't know that you could post from your Google My Business listing the same way you can post on. We drop 1 to 2 posts for every client every week. We take care of this. Google sees you are using their property, their Google My Business property, and they reward you by putting you here in the Maps rankings where 70% of all the clicks happen, okay? We talked about on-page optimization on your website. We talked about getting backlinks to your website. We talked about optimizing your Google My Business listing so that you're ranking right here in the Google rankings. We need to talk about blogging. We help you get relevant content on your website. If you are a criminal law website, you need criminal law blog articles on your website, okay? But not just any articles. A lot of people are blogging just for the sake of blogging. That's the wrong way to do it. What I do, I go analyze everybody on page 1 of the Google search results for your particular keyword, and then we go steal their blog article topics, okay? I send that topic to my writer. They write the article, write an article on that topic. We post it on your website. It outranks whoever we were competing with. Okay, it's very easy. I take care of all the blogging. I have the writers, I have the optimizers, I have the people who check it for grammar, all that. Don't even worry about it. We just need some relevant content on your website, okay? Okay, so we talked about on-page optimization, we talked about backlinks, we talked about Google My Business optimization, we talked about blogging, and now we need to talk about brand search, okay? Google wants to see, if you are a business, Google wants to see people going to Google and doing a search for your brand name. For instance, my brand name is Dustin Sanchez Media. Okay. And then when they search for your brand name, Google wants to see people clicking on your website. That's called brand search and click. It's an indication to Google that you have a very healthy online footprint, okay? There are very few people in this industry who know how to generate brand search and click. I've been doing that on Facebook and Instagram for every client, and it works like gangbusters, okay? In addition to brand search and click, you need keyword search and click, meaning, let's say you're a Miami personal injury attorney, okay? Someone could search the name of your law firm, find your listing in Google, and click on your listing. That's brand search and click. What works even better is called keyword search and click. If somebody searches Miami personal injury lawyer, they find your website in the search results and they click your website. That is called keyword search and click. That is the strongest indicator to Google that you are a healthy website. That is the fastest way to rank your website. I am one of a handful of people who know how to generate keyword search and click for attorneys. I haven't seen anything ever rank a website faster than that. Okay, a lot of people are going to these scammy search farms and having people in these third world countries run search and click campaigns to your website. That's the fastest way to get your website penalized. I am able to run certain social media campaigns where people in your city, real people, search for the keyword, find your website in the search results, and your website just shoots up the rankings like crazy, okay? Very few people in this industry know how to do it. It's very powerful. It's also very dangerous if you do it wrong. If you have been trying to get on page one for years, like a lot of attorneys have, like almost every attorney I talk on the phone with, they've been paying someone to get them to page one for years. No one's been able to do it. Give me a call. I can put you on page one, okay? And then let's just do a review of everything we've talked about so far. We talked about on-page optimization of your website. We talked about getting backlinks to your website. We talked about optimizing your Google My Business listing. We talked about blogging, okay? We talked about generating brand search, okay, for your website. We talked about generating keyword search for your website. And finally, on top of all that, I throw Google ads in there, okay, at no additional charge in certain instances, depending on which practice area it is, depending on your city, okay? So we throw Google ads to your website, and what happens is websites climb to the top of the search results. Your phone starts ringing, you start signing new clients, you start making more money. I'm Dustin Sanchez, DustinSanchezTV.com, lawyer marketing expert. Look me up on the internet, go to my website, or what you can do is go to DustinSanchezTV.com/newsletter. If you want to know more about what I do for attorneys, what I do in marketing, how I make all of this work, go to DustinSanchezTV.com/newsletter. Get on my newsletter where I'm going to just drop knowledge on attorneys and other online marketers all the time. All right, talk to you soon. Have a good one.